This is Sports Plus.
Well, there's no place like home for the 12th ranked Hawkeyes, especially after this weekend when they host Michigan next Saturday at their home turf. Hawks jumped up in 3 spots in the USA Today coaches poll to 14th and 1 spot in the to 12th in the AP poll. The new ranking comes with a winning streak they haven't seen in a while, and our own Matt Halpert talked to the players yesterday after the game. He has this report from Iowa City. Thanks, Matt. Should be a good matchup. Now, Iowa moves up in the polls. Meanwhile, Michigan slips after their 26-20 loss to Michigan State yesterday. So what does that mean for the Hawks? We'll ask Coach Ferentz, and he'll tell you the Hawks have their eye on Michigan's quarterback, Tate Forcier. He's young, he's tough, and he's talented. Despite Michigan's loss Saturday, he fired 2 touchdown passes late in the 4th quarter, healing a 14-point deficit and taking the game into overtime. But the Hawks say they know they have their work cut out for them. Meanwhile, it was no close call yesterday for 3rd-ranked UNI as they tore through Indiana State 62-7. Panthers welcoming a crowd for family weekend. It was plays like this one where the offensive line showed up. Pat Grace, with no pressure in the pocket, finds Skylar Ort wide open in the end zone. Coach Farley says it's a newly developed offensive line that's creating offensive power.
I don't know if Pat got hit unless it was maybe by design that we ran him, so he never really got much pressure in the pocket. And that was the first game back probably since the Iowa game that we had our offensive line was back intact.
The 4-1 Panthers head to Fargo or North Dakota next week. Coming up on Sports Plus, Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my, we'll have highlights of all of them for you, plus nominees for this week's Friday Night Football Play of the Week, covering news and sports in Balltown, McGregor, Asbury, and your hometown. This is Sports Plus on Iowa's News Channel 7. Well, the countdown is on. Iowa State kicks off against Minnesota tomorrow night. One of the main reasons the Cyclones were selected to play in Arizona, their fans. And as expected, hundreds of fans did the 1,600-mile trek to the Grand Canyon State to see the 6-6 Cyclones play in their first bowl game since 2005. Our own Mark Woodley caught up with the fans tonight at the pep rally who say tomorrow's game is the perfect way to ring in the new year. Mark will have a live report from Tempe tomorrow. Hawkeyes in Miami for an Orange Bowl matchup with Georgia Tech. Both teams busy practicing in Florida. Kickoff Tuesday, January 5th. Our own Rick Coleman is traveling down to South Florida. Our coverage begins this weekend. Meanwhile, calling all Husker fans, Nebraska taking on Arizona in the Holiday Bowl tonight. Cedar Rapids Jefferson Marching Band in the parade this afternoon. We pick it up in the second half. Nebraska up 26-0. Here's Zach Lee with the pass to Niles Paul for 74 yards. That is a touchdown. Nebraska up 33-0. Believe it or not, Nebraska would win it 33-0. A shutout. Day 2 of the Cyclone Challenge in Ames. Iowa State with the 67-37 win over Fairfield. Allison Lacey and Kelsey Bolt each with 21 points. Meanwhile, Dubuque will welcome the Boston Bruins general manager, Peter Sherrill, He's the general manager, and he will be a co-owner of the new USHL team. The team has yet to be named, but is expected to start play next season in the new 3,200-seat Mystique Ice Arena in Dubuque. And I tell you what, that is a great thing for the city of Dubuque.
Hockey is big here, Cedar Rapids.
Channel 7's Lauren Squires is live in Ames. Lauren, it's been quite a week for weather, of course, so what's the turnout going to be? I'm sure a lot of people are willing to brave it.
Well, like any rivalry, the Cy-Hawk series is expected to draw hundreds, thousands of fans from all over the state. And that's what they said, even though the roads have been bad the past few days. Now, the series is currently tied 7-7. So whoever wins tonight will take the lead for their school. Now, anyone making the trip, all roads to Ames are relatively clear. In fact, our trip on 20 and 35 looked good until right about Ames, where traffic started to get a little bit heavy. That's because a lot of crews were getting cars out of ditches. But of course, the Iowa basketball team experiencing weather already this week. After Tuesday night's loss against UNI, they were stranded in Cedar Falls. We're told they didn't return until Wednesday night, 24 hours after the end of Tuesday's games. Now, keep in mind, classes were canceled for Iowa, Iowa State, and UNI on Wednesday. And while weather conflicts are certainly interfering with the basketball teams, football programs like Iowa State are embracing the opportunity for fans to flock south.
The snow's not going anywhere before we leave. I can almost guarantee you that. The opportunity to travel to Tempe, Arizona, in the greater Phoenix area for New Year's Eve and in late December, I think is very appealing to everybody here in the Midwest and certainly our Cyclone fans.
Not to mention Hawk fans that'll be traveling down to Florida. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a good idea right now. Now, weather aside, head coach Todd Licklider will not be on the sidelines tonight. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll give you a little bit of an update on his condition and what the Hawks are expecting to do, or the Cyclones, I suppose, whoever can win tonight's Cy-Hawk series. Live in Ames, Lauren Squires, Iowa's News, Channel 7.